All right, we got hard point with Mr. Brando
MTC is live. Assume
on
all
rewind.
contacts are hostile.
So real quick, I will say I like to do these videos almost like reaction videos. Sometimes I might sound stupid because I'm trying to say I'm like, trying to say what to do if this is already a pre-recorded game and everything already happened. But that's just how I kind of do the videos. That's just my style. So don't be put off by that.
Hostiles have the hard
Okay.
point locked down.
I mean, that wasn't a bad break. You got a little bit unlucky there. Your teammate should have maybe pinched a little bit earlier, but that's fine.
Hard point locked down. Hostiles have captured the hard point.
Yeah, see, now we're kind of getting unlucky. Your teammates are getting pinched up. Or pieced up, sorry.
Hard point is secure.
There you go.
Hostiles have the hard point.
Good shots. Yeah, and then just fly this guy.
Hard point locked down. Hard point identified.
Okay, now we need to rotate.
Hard point active.
Nice. So, at least you're rotating here, but I would have liked to see you throw a tac grenade, either like a stun or a semtex right here, because if you think about it, P2 is just about to pop up. Like P1 is over, and then P2 just popped up. So odds are maybe they have some guys on their team that are still rotating in. You know what I mean? And like they're not quite set up yet, and they're not in positions. So you can still kind of use those grenades as distractions or misdirections, or even, just to like create some chaos to give you an opening to slide in. Hopefully you hit somebody, they're weak. Hopefully they are stunned.
Hard point active. Hostiles have captured the hard point.
That would have been like a perfect time to use tax, in my opinion.
Hard point is secure.
Oh. Okay, I thought the video was muted.
Hostiles have the hard point.
Alright. Yep, good spot by him.
Hard point locked down. Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hard point is secure.
Wow. Really good shots. Okay. I don't know where we're going. Okay, so I'm gonna back up real quick. Right here. Okay, we kill this guy. Boom. And there is one more right here. There is one more to the left. But you guys have numbers because there's this guy, your teammate, who's on time. Right? So you guys have numbers. And he's probably the last one there. I bet you no one on their team spawned out. Or spawned close. Right? They're probably all spawning out. So this guy right here at dumpster is probably the last alive. So either push him, and then you guys will get some good hill time, or even better also, you could get spawns, because this guy is going to, you guys are blocking the enemies from spawning close, but he's also blocking you from spawning close. So this guy is very important. It would be like okay even if you push this guy and die, like that would be fine, because at least you make the right play. So we need to recognize that and either push this guy, or you don't need to go inside the building, just wait to heal up and then get aggressive, because he is a huge kill to get spawns. We have numbers too. And then here, like, you're kind of wasting time, just, you know what I mean, just like running around. See that guy right there? He probably spawned out, and now he had to make his way up to the hill that you were just shooting.
Hostiles have the hard point.
Nice.
Hard point locked down.
Beautiful shots. That's 2 dead.
Point located.
And that's the last. Those guys are the last ones. The ones on dumpster and the one that's just killed you.
Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hard point is secure.
Yeah. So now we need to rotate to P3.
Hard point is active.
Good job.
Hostiles have the hard point.
Good shots.
Hard point locked down.
Okay, we don't need to push that guy. Just let him come to us. I see that you see him here on the minimap and he kills your teammate, but you're weak right now and you have guys like right behind this pillar, right behind this column on like the entire Burger Street. You know, that's where they're spawning on at Burger. So don't push that guy. Just wait for him to come to you. Either like cut him off, or he might try and go around glass and like flank through courtyard. So just wait for him. You don't have to push him, right? Because he doesn't know you're there quite yet. Make him come to you, and then you're dead.
Hostiles have captured the hard point.
So like play your life a little bit when you're in a good position, I would say,
Hostiles have the hard point.
because that was a really good position.
Hard point locked down.
Nice. Good job checking flank. Alright, so real quick. You killed somebody, right? You killed somebody with the car. And then there's two of them right here. These are two enemies, okay? And then there's no one flank. So right off the bat, you can be sure that there's probably no one, like, even remotely on your side of the map. So this is your green light to push and be aggressive. You don't need to hang back here. Like, there's clearly no one back there. Now you guys have another two dead. Be aggressive, right? Take space on the map. Don't push too far, because then you flip them. But, you know, now you guys get 3 dead. And then there's still no one here. So this is, if you want to watch this lane, then this is your sign or your green light to like push up, because you have time to. You have space to. Another 2 dead.
Hard point active.
Yeah, so if P4 is coming up, like I said, try and push up. Try and get to like that pickup truck spot if you do want to watch left, or if you want to watch the front, you know, get a little bit proactive. But P4 is coming up, and this is a money hill, right? So get a little bit more aggressive. You're doing a good job anchoring for your team, but to be fair, your teammates aren't dying.
Point is secure.
Yeah, see, now you're watching front.
Nice. We're pulling ahead.
Good job playing your life and like baiting your teammates, or like getting your teammates to slide for you. Nice. Beautiful grenade. Yep, that's Texas right there. And then, okay, we died, but you did it. You did your job back there, and you still spawn close. Yeah, good job recognizing that like the left was open and it was quiet, so you picked that up. Boom. Sure enough, there comes somebody. He could have been a real problem, and then you shoot him in the back. Now we need to rotate. Your teammates should be rotating.
Hard point is active. Hostiles have captured the hard point.
Yeah, just like play your life back here. Okay. Well, not much you can do about that. Yeah, just, you know, checking corners. It's a pretty common spot. Again, checking corners. Like, just make sure that you're checking these common spots that a lot of people like to watch, and then also having your gun up. Like, you're still kind of shouldering it, but like you go too far and you don't even have your gun up. Like, there's usually somebody who's hiding behind this left or this right generator, or maybe they're just like laying down on the floor. So yeah, just being ready for a gunfight. He had an AR too, so you probably would have won that. Ooh, good job here. Good route.
Hard point identified. Hostiles have the hard point.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why you pushed. So right here, you were making a really good play. This is what I thought you were doing. I thought you were like, because P1 is about to come up, and you have at least 1 or 2 guys here in this generator building, because you can clearly tell that they're like occupying the hill. So I thought you were making a really good play by waiting for them to come through Zig to go to Gen to P1, and you were like, you know, silently waiting. You were going to cut them off, and then you pushed, and then you didn't get one, and you died. So right here, you should have played like a cutoff where you know that they have to go that way. You know, you're where they want to be. So, like, use that to your advantage and have the element of surprise and cut them off. Because they have no idea that you're there until you slide at them. So I would have just stayed in Zig. And you probably could have gotten, like, 1 or 2. Yeah, really, really good job staying down here. I like this. I like playing passive on hill, not challenging, not being unnecessarily aggressive. It is your job to stay down and stay alive. Beautiful. Now, don't forget, we have a trophy. Oh, there you go. We have tax if needed. Because you can be sure that they're going to be on, like, glass side. Alright, all good. You guys pretty much just won that hill. That's all you can do. Now, at this point, we need to rotate for P2. So right here, I would like to see you. I would like to see you go right. You know, like right here. Go down this street and like down brick. Right, go down that way, and then try and get behind the enemies. Which is a perfect time because you guys just won P1, right? And you know that they're all like trying to get to P2. So if you can hit this route quick and get behind them, especially if you have a sub, you are in a prime position to like fuck shit up. You know what I mean? To kill them off their positions and to absolutely to block spawns. Because if you're in the back, they're not spawning close anymore. Yeah, so maybe commit to the right route. It looks like you wanted to, and then you were like just kind of playing your life, and then you got shot in the back there. Nice. Oh, almost. Yeah, see, so you're kind of just flooding. You're kind of just taking the same route, and I get it. Maybe like you're panicking. You know, it's a close game. Maybe you're just thinking that you have to get on time to help your teammates. But like, try and go right. You know, like if it ain't broke, or I'm sorry, the opposite of it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like, excuse me. Just try not to do like the same thing. You know, if you're going this way and it's not working, just try and go right. Because the reason why you guys are getting cleaned up here is not because you're losing gunfights. It's because even when you kill somebody, they keep on spawning there. So break those spawns. And now they kind of just won this hill. And now it's a tie ball game all over again. We got to rotate. Yep.
This shit ain't working. We've lost the advantage. Hardpoint active. Hardpoint locked down.
Good job going in the back. Wow. Nice kill. Your teammates have the info. Okay, we do flip. Beautiful grenade kill, and then good job. Yeah, see, now this guy's pinned, so now he can't help his teammates. Good job. Okay. Oh, he was below you. Yeah, he was prone right there. I don't know if you saw that. Right here, he's laying down right there. All good. We won this hill pretty much. Now we need to rotate to P4. Yeah, beautiful job taking a right route here. Going deep. Yeah, just go for it. Yeah, so right here, you're kind of like, it looks like you know what you want to do, but you're hesitating a little bit. Like, if you're going to take a route, especially if P4 just popped up, I mean, I would have tried, okay, so you were on the hill, but if you're going to take a route, like, literally just pull out your knife and hit it. You know, if you die, if you get unlucky, or if you get caught, then you get caught. But The whole point of taking a route is to like try and get behind the enemies fast. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? So if you're hesitating every like 2 seconds, like right here, it looks like you're hesitating. You know, your teammate has this guy. And then right here, you're like checking your corners. You're hesitating, right? And then I would say this is the one corner you should check, and then you kind of just run at it. Like, you're hesitating a little bit, and you definitely take an extra 5 seconds to hit this route. You could have potentially even caught this guy off guard. So, like, don't worry about it. You know, if you get caught, I'm not saying don't check your corners, but like run all the way until you know that you're gonna see somebody, which would probably be like right where that pickup truck was, like around that corner, and then you can have your gun up.
Hardpoint is secure.
Your teammate goes huge in the back. He gets 2. Okay, so boom. They all died. Your teammate just went huge. They're all dead, and now you guys are spawning close, and they are not spawning there. So now it's your job, especially as a sub, to turn around because you guys are in a prime position. Someone gets hill, they have spawns, and they're in the back, and your teammate has the right side. So now they're probably going to spawn, like, maybe burger, P2 split, you know, like, but the enemies are spawning out clearly. So like turn around and go cut them off, you know, hide and cut them off. Yeah, kind of like this. Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna like get behind that desk and stay in that room, which would have been a great spot. Yeah, see, and there they are behind you. You could have cut them off or like caught them by surprise, but it's just like about looking at your mini map, you know, being aware of what your teammates are doing and realizing what needs to be picked up. See, same thing here. Same thing here, like, you guys are still spawning close because you have your teammate who's watching the left. This guy's watching entire street side deep and blocking, and then your teammate has time. This is a fantastic setup. I would have liked to see you layer the hill a little bit and then just, like, play court. You know, like, sit here and watch street. And you if you stopped right here and looked street, you probably could have killed the guy that killed you in the back.
Hardpoint identified.
Guys are still spawning close, but we gotta rotate.
Hardpoint active.
Okay, that guy's an idiot. We gotta rotate, though. Nice. Just get in there.
Hardpoint locked down.
Okay, boom. Alright. I'm gonna stop. Okay, you died. I'm gonna stop you right there. So, you are in a prime position right now. Well, not right now, hang on. Right here. Okay? This guy in the back kills your teammate, and he was like around the corner, and then he comes in, and then you get your teammate straight and he's dead. So you have a teammate watching Zig, your teammate is dead, and a teammate right here who's blocking these like dumpster P2 side spawns. Okay? So you know that they're spawning in front of you. P5 spawns, they're going to spawn right in front of you. They're going to be 18, right? They're literally going to be right in front of you. And sure enough, that's where you died from. So this is your lane. This is your responsibility. I would put, especially as a sub, you have attack. I would push this out and be aggressive and try and catch the enemies running. But instead, you give it up because your teammate dies Zig. But you have another teammate there to help him anyway, right? And it's only one guy. You could have potentially cut like 2 or 3 guys off, right? And then you gave it up. And now you're weak. You didn't push this out. And then you get killed from where I was saying to watch. So I would have liked to, like, don't give up your lane. You know what I mean? Like this right here. Boom. This should have been your green light. This is like prime time, your green light to go push this out. This is your lane. Like, you own this. You know what I mean? You're like Gandalf. Like, you shall not pass. Go push this out. This is your job. Not just these doors. Like, go run at them, you know, and fuck shit up, like I said. And then you just gave it up. And then sure enough, you get killed from that direction anyway.
Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint located.
Nice.
Hardpoint's active. Hardpoint is secure.
Good play. They're behind you. So what it looks like what happened, if I'm correct, what it looked like happened is you're kind of glass, you're waiting for the enemies, you look this way to see if they're coming, right? Like you kill this guy and then you look this way towards glass and then you see your teammates in the back there, so they can't be spawning there, so then you run to burger side to try and cut them off if they're getting, you know, burger spawns. And I'll be honest, I'm myself am a little bit surprised that they're not spawning there. I guess maybe your timing was a tiny bit off, or maybe they did spawn there and they took some really quick routes. But regardless, like now, it's clear that they're not on this side, right? So at this point, they're probably P2, or, you know, like just stay down. And then right here especially, right? Watch this. Boom. Your teammates are dead, okay? You have 2 skulls. Your teammates are dead, and then look where they spawn. Boom. They spawn behind you. They're still spawning back there. So what does that tell you? You guys should probably be spawning P2, right? And if you're not, there's probably a reason for it. So if they're not spawning P2, then I bet you there are enemies who are P2 or burger, laundry, whatever. You know, maybe like they're coming into elephant right now. But there's probably a reason why they're not spawning there. So looking at the mini-map and seeing where your teammates are spawning will tell you where the enemies are currently. Because there's, like I said, your enemies are probably in spots that are blocking the reasonable spawns.
Finish line's in
Yep,
sight.
sure enough, there he is. See that? Look at that. So your teammate has time. Okay, your teammate is on the time, and now we know where they're coming from, so go be aggressive. Like I said, go push it out now. Like you're just laying there and then you let this guy come in and kill you. Like you should go push that out once you realize now they're coming from this spot.
Hostiles attached to hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Alright.
Hardpoint identified.
Okay, so good play here. Just like recognizing that guy's kind of a useless kill, at least for the meantime. Like you got him weak, he got you weak, but like, you know, you're like, whatever, I don't need to kill you. So you just back down, play your life, wait for him to push Zig. He doesn't push Zig, you know, just kind of playing a corner. Yep, playing a corner, you know, playing slow. Good job. Not chasing like unnecessary kills and then dying for no reason. That's a big kill, or a big play. And then now you get this guy. Yeah, you get this guy in this corner.
Hardpoint active. Hardpoint is secure.
Yeah, so now your teammates are dying. They're all deep. So go get aggressive. Nice. All right, big kills. You got like the 2 guys in the back there. They do have the hill, but I mean, you did pretty much all you could right there. You got shot in the back anyway.
Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Okay, go. Yeah, so you're hesitating again right here. You're like hesitating. You got one guy who's pushing into the hill, and you have another teammate who's in the back who can set up a pinch, and he's also blocking. So this is your green light to go. We get that guy, but you potentially could have saved your teammate. And that should be ball game. Yep. All right, so 33 and 26 with 80 seconds on hill. Not a bad game, for sure. Not a bad game. One thing that I would say, though, is you hesitate a lot. Like, you look at the mini-map, I think, and you, like, recognize when teammates die. And that's a good thing to try and get their trade and try and, like maybe, you know, get an enemy who can get behind you guys. But for the most part, if you have a lane, and especially a good lane, like on that P5, stick to it. You know what I mean? And then recognize, like, understand pace. You know, like, feel the game. You know, if something is slow, it's probably slow for a reason. Like, you were hanging behind P4 for quite some time and checking to your left while your teammates were popping like 2 and 3 pretty regularly, you know? So like that's your green light to be aggressive and go push up. I'm not saying to like stop being the anchor, but you know, it takes space, right? And then kind of like hesitating, like I said, but just like commit to things, like commit to the route, you know, commit to the lane, whatever. And then, I mean, other than that, I think you have a really good shot. You definitely have a good gunny, and you have pretty good awareness. But like, let's take that a step further. Like, for example, that P1 that we just played, where you were like, it looks like you were lost because I'll be honest. I'll give you this. I thought they were going to be spawning Burger when your teammate was like P4, but and it looks like you ran to go like cut them off. You know, you were looking laundry. You were looking through that hole in the wall. You know what I mean? Like right here. You know, you were kind of lost. But then if we keep on looking at the minimap, because you have nothing but time, you have nothing but quiet happening, you could have seen that when your teammates die, they still spawned in the same spot. See, they're dead here, they both die, and then sure enough, you throw a trophy down, but boom, they both spawn back there, still. So there's probably a reason for it. There's probably someone on this side now. So just like getting a little bit more proactive and taking that spawn knowledge to the next step. Other than that, I thought it was a good game. And keep at it. You know, you're definitely a good player. So yeah, good game.